Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on and talk to you just for a little bit. I had a crisis that I had to attend to this evening, and I just wanted to share just a couple of things with you on tonight. Um, Overcoming challenges can be hard, can be difficult, especially when you're dealing with trauma and negative events that affect your life. But what I found in overcoming challenges is one of the hardest things to overcome is yourself. What I mean by that is overcoming your own thoughts. That has become one of the, or well, still, I have moments, becoming one of the hardest challenges is of overcoming my own thoughts, so overcoming your own thoughts. Um, you know, our thoughts can be challenging, detrimental, harmful. Um, our thoughts can negatively affect our bodies. It can affect our lives. It affects how we act, how we think, how we move, how we groove. You know, um, our thoughts can take us down a deep, dark rabbit hole that we can't get out sometimes. It causes us to think things that we wish people wouldn't think, but oftentimes we do. And it leads us to a place of no return, you know. Um, and oftentimes people don't see it, or we see it and we don't want to recognize it, or we push it off as, oh, they're just kidding, they're just joking, they don't mean what they say. But however, 9 times out of 10, people do mean what they say. Well, what are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about suicide. you know um, I don't know if you all have been paying attention, but in the past few years, especially since COVID, suicide has been on the rise, especially in our younger generation. And it's a real thing. And we need to pay more attention to what people are saying and what people are doing, so that we can help people to overcome these challenges. Because oftentimes when this happens, when people are having these thoughts that are overwhelming them and overtaking them, we neglect to recognize the signs and intervene. Well, I'm sure someone's probably saying, how can I intervene? There's nothing that I can do. Well, however, I beg to differ. There is a lot that you can do. You know, sometimes it's not even anything massive that you have to do. It's basically, you know, just caring, and you know, knocking on a door, getting on a bike, and riding over to someone's house, getting on a bus, over to someone's house, catching an Uber, riding to someone's house, getting a lift, riding to someone's house. You know, well, those things are expensive, but how expensive is it when you compare it to saving someone's life? You know, um, when you see someone who's normally energetic, engaging, and out there, doing their thing. She's oftentimes, life of the party. Where we going? They're the event planner. They're the person always, yo, let's go do this, let's go do that. Hey, they having a concert over here. Hey, there's a revival down there. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Then all of a sudden there's nothing. I need a couple of days. I'm dealing with some stuff. you know I need a minute. I need a minute. Just give me a minute. Then a minute goes by. Hey, Jocelyn, have you talked to Felicia? Nah, you know what? I realize she's been texting, but She hasn't texted me back. Lisa, yeah, I called her, but she hasn't been calling me back. What's up? I don't know. Anybody go to see her? Nah, but she'll be all right. Well, she might not be all right. She might not be all right. You might want to go check on her. Oftentimes, we just say, oh, they're just dealing with some stuff. They'll be all right. They're 9 times out of 10, they might not be all right. And then what we often end up saying is, Dad, man, I just never thought, I never thought she would have did anything like that. She always seemed so happy. She always seemed so well put together. I just never would have thought. Well, probably should have went and checked on her. Just to, knock on the door, show your face, see her face. Jocelyn, what's wrong? What's going on, girl? You all right? Talk to me. Tell me what's up. I'm here. Talk to me. Sometimes that's all it takes, you know, because when you're having those thoughts and they're overwhelming you, and what tends to happen is people isolate themselves and they disconnect themselves from people, because they generally say, well, nobody knows what I'm dealing with. Nobody understands what I'm dealing with. They can't handle it. They don't believe me. So I'm just going to deal with it by myself. And they really don't know how to deal with it by themselves, but because they're isolated and they're not talking to anyone really about it and they're trying to handle it on their own, so they shut everybody out. So those thoughts just begin to manifest themselves, and while they're manifesting themselves, the thoughts just get worse and worse and bigger, and they become grandiose. And then while they're doing that, they're all becoming more and more negative, to the point where, you know what, I just can't deal with it no more. I'm done. I can't. I don't want to deal with the pain. I don't want to deal with the conflict. I don't want to deal with the drama. I can't pay the bills. I can't get a job. They're bullying me on my job. They're messing with me at school. The professor hates me. I can't pass these tests. I just can't. My kids don't like me. My wife hates me. My husband hates me. Whatever the situation is, they can't deal with it anymore. So the next thing is, I'll just leave. I'll just go away. Everybody be better off without me anyway. So, and I can't deal with this anyway. This is not working anyway. So why be here? So I'll just go. But we don't want that to happen. So what we do need to do, as that friend, as that family member, as that cousin, that auntie, that uncle, that mom, that dad, that sister, that brother, that coach, that mentor, that pastor, that deacon, that missionary, that evangelist, that stranger, reach out. Go knock on the door. You walking down the street, you see somebody that looks sad. Hey, how are you today? Or if you don't want to ask that question, hey, you have a nice day today. I do it all the time. See people walk by me and they frown and just head hang low, just sad. Hey, have a nice day. Sometimes they go, and then they have a nice day. You have a nice day too. And just for a brief moment, I get a smile. That's happened to me during my dark days. That happened to me when I was that person walking down the street in the grocery store, just sad, despondent, checked out, just doing what I had to do because I had children to take care of. That's one of the reasons why little kids are just, I'm in awe of them, because they're so innocent. They don't have a care in the world, and, you know, and they just do what they do. I was in the grocery store, years ago during my dark days, and little girl, she's holding her hand, walking with her mom doing the store, and I walked by. I don't know what she saw in my face, other than probably that lady looks sad and she just walked by, hi, hi, hi. And you can't help but say hi to a little kid who's just smiling and just bouncing. And she just wants to say hi. So, I forced a smile and, hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I said, I'm good. Have a good day. Bye, sweetie. And for a brief moment, I felt good. I felt good. And just replayed that moment for the rest of the day when I was feeling bad. It was a bright spot in my day. So just by saying, asking someone how they're doing, how their day is, or have a nice day, you know, it can spark a moment in someone's otherwise horrible day or bad day or break into a thought of where they're thinking or contemplating suicide. It might spark a thought. Am I having a good day? Did I have a good day? Well, it hasn't been a bad day. Now that I think about it, I did have a good day. The boss didn't yell at me. I, I passed that chemistry test today. Nobody yelled at me at home today. Nobody bullied me at school. And they did call me back for a second interview, and it looks really promising. So you know what? I did have a good day. So you just never know what a small phrase will do in somebody's life. And to that person that's contemplating suicide and thinking about how awful their life is, just take your day in increments. Little small increments can make a difference. If you think about it in small increments, sometimes we have to take our day an hour at a time. Or my phrase that I use when I'm having a bad day is, Fifi, you're not having a bad day. You just having a moment. Take a moment, deal with it, have a cry, yell, scream, kick, eat some chocolate. Chocolate normally lasts for a little while longer though. But have your moment, deal with it, be mad, be angry, stomp, scream, do what you got to do. But just give yourself a little time and then move on to the next hour because we can't let it consume our whole day. We take it in increments and we move on because the next hour might be great. So, 12 o'clock, that was a loss. Okay, it happened. We're going to move on because 1 o'clock is going to be a win. It might be a win, but you won't know if you've gauged your day on that 12 o'clock hour. We can't take 12 o'clock and make that a loss for the whole day. We got to take 12 o'clock for 12 o'clock and we got to move on. If you got to do it in half hour increments, that's fine. 12 o'clock to 12:30. That was a loss. It is what it is. We eat a Hershey chocolate bar and we keep going. And for you health people, I don't want nobody jumping on me. You eat an apple and you move on. Okay? I got apples too. And then you move on to the next half hour. Something good, we take our win. Okay? So you break it down like that. But the main thing I want you to know is that you have to connect. You have to connect. You can't stay isolated. And know that there are people out there that care about you. Someone cares. And if no one tells you today, know that I care. If you need someone to talk to, reach out. Just drop me a line. I'll talk to you. I'll listen to you. I will listen to you. And for those people who have friends who you've seen a change, you've seen a different, and you're hearing things that are out of the norm, connect to them. Connect to them. Even if they say they need their space, but you're seeing things that are not good, connect to them. You don't have to have a long drawn out conversation. Hey, Kim, are you okay? Hey, John, I've noticed some things lately. Are you okay, bro? You need to talk? Are you good? Hey, let's go get a burger. Let's go let's go shoot some hoops. Do something, but don't let them stew by themselves. Don't let them drown in their own thoughts to the point where they literally drown and then there's no coming back from that. Don't let the thoughts overwhelm you. Don't let their thoughts overwhelm them. Help them to overcome, because you know what? Sometimes we need help to overcome our own thoughts. It can be a challenge, and I'm here to tell you, I've been there, and I couldn't do it by myself. I went to counseling. I was in counseling for 2 years, and there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Yes, I'm a preacher. I've been in church all of my life, and there is absolutely nothing positively wrong with getting counseling if you need it. Do it, get help, reach out, save your life. To the friends and the family members and the mentors and the clergy, reach out, reconnect, be the hope, save a life, help someone in need. Don't overlook the signs. Don't overlook it. Don't say that's them being them. Don't do it. Well, they used to act like that years ago. Well, this is not years ago. This is the present where they've changed and they were this, they are now happy and well adjusted, but now there's a change. Reach out, find out what's up. Do not let them stew in their own isolated, disconnected thoughts. Find out what's up, get them some help. 988 is a good number to call. It connects to each state locally and they will help you. Don't let someone drown in their thoughts. Suicide is not fun. Since the pandemic, we have lost many lives that could have been saved. Depression is a key contributor to suicide, I'm sorry. Depression is a key contributor to suicide. People can recover from depression. And if they can recover from depression, they can recover from suicide. Don't let it happen. Be the lifeline, be the hope, save a life.